Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's Worimi, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oh, where does one start? One starts with first of all saying, yes, it is Tanya Chapkin. Yes, I know that. About 5 months ago, when I was first doing readings on Judge Chapkin, for the life of me, couldn't work out why over and over and over I was calling her Janet because I knew it was Tanya. So a couple of my viewers and we got together and we did a lovely little bit of investigating and found out that she had her most recent past life. She was actually a Janet. And I believe, if my memory serves me right, that she was a reconnaissance pilot during World War Two, World War One. It might have been World War One, and passed away, I believe, at the end of the war. So that's why, and because it was such a powerful past life, there's not a lot of information. If you scroll back sort of 5 months worth of posts, you'll find it there. But we really struggled to find out a lot of information on this particular Janet. It's just not available. It's not there. Did find out where she came from, a bit of her past, etc. But that's why I keep calling her Janet, and I do apologize. I know it is Tanya. And let sleeping dogs lie in the background. If you wonder why he sleeps so sound, he's actually deaf. He was born deaf. It is a trait from the border collie. Believe it or not, he's got border collie in him, along with about 5 other different types of dog. And when he had his boy reproductive bits removed when he was a little puppy, the vet did an exploration in his ears, and apparently his internal ears are completely messed up. And it's a trait of the breed. Knows his sign language, but does mean, if he doesn't want to do what you're trying to get him to do, he just won't look at you. So typical bloke. Anyhow, other news. So that was that. If I call her Janet, yeah, don't worry about pulling me up. I know, and that's the reason why. Yeah, I've decided on the name for Elon. I'm going to call him from now on Fleon. The reason being is he's a blood-sucking parasite on the taxpayers of the US, so a flea. So, yep, quite happy for that. Better than calling a muskrat, because muskrats are cute. A few people pointed out that Tesla is under investigation in Canada for $40,000 worth of fraudulently applying for and getting rebates on EV vehicles. Things aren't looking too good for Tesla, and I gather Kim Kardashian did a photo shoot, came out yesterday of her slopping all over a cyber truck and got massive backlash in regards to that. Speaking of Canada, Ontario, I believe, has declared that US contractors will not be considered for any infrastructure contracts, so don't bother applying. Okay, right, well, and that was worth tens of billions of dollars to US contractors. I gather Lockheed lost the F-35 contract to build the F-35 fighter jets, or at least the engines for it. They're now being built in Finland, from what I understand. Yeah, things are happening. China has not renewed the processing licenses for beef to be shipped from the US to China. Again, billions of dollars worth, and I think the figure I saw was about 1,000 packing plants will be affected in regards to that. And again, billions of dollars. Well, maybe they'll take the Australian beef, so therefore they bypass the US tariffs completely, and Australia does as well. So interesting times happening. Absolutely breaks my heart that the people of the US are having to go through this. Just because it is all so unnecessary. It's just, anyhow. So that's what's happening in the world at the moment. But what I'm going to have a look at first up, because these 3 topics that I want to have a look at today are fairly interconnected. Now, I gather Felon 45 is having his chat with Putin later today or tomorrow morning, your time. Denise Knight from Denise Knight with a K, Knight with a K, Divination has done a couple of videos on that. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm not going to read on that particular what goes down after that discussion because I'm sure Denise has covered it completely, and there are other things to have a look at. So many other things to have a look at. What I want to have a look at first is that in the news, Netanyahu from Israel is apparently going to be visiting Orban in Hungary at some stage before the 20th of April. I know that's a whiles off, that's over a month ago, but I want to have a look at that because this is a little bit interconnected with other things that are happening. So pardon me, Orban has declared to uproot media and organisations that support his opposition. There were massive protests in Hungary over the weekend. I believe there was an illegal use by the military or the police or whomever it was of a sonic device in that I think there was about 10,000 people at the rally in the capital, was it Budapest? That was incredibly quiet, and all of a sudden there was this ripple wave of a noise that caused people to start panicking and fleeing. So that's okay. So apparently, Hungary have elections next year. Now, their elections are run Russian style, ergo free and fair, except that I got 98% of the votes type thing with Orban. His opposition party leader is Peter Magyar. I'm sure I've pronounced it, or Peter Magyar. And at the moment, his polling, even though we're a year out, is ahead of Orban, and his party is ahead of Orban as well. So I want to have a look, first of all, what's going to happen to Viktor Orban, but I want to have a look also at Netanyahu's supposed visit there, because Hungary is a signatory of the ICC, the International Criminal Court. Orban has come out and said that, oh no, Netanyahu will be safe, etc. We're going to ignore the arrest warrant that has been issued by the International Criminal Court. A lot of these things today are the ICC. So I just want to have a look at, okay, which one do you want me to look at first? Okay, thank you. Well, I was going to have a look at Netanyahu, and this one flew out. Is he going to be arrested? Arrested? Secrets coming to the surface and being revealed, and the lunacy, and we've got solar eclipse season at the moment. A decision needs to be made, something unexpected coming out of left field, and betrayal. So I'm going to do a full spread on that. Show me Netanyahu's visit to Hungary. How's that going to go? Because I've actually got noted down here that Orban is basically he's going to destroy any media or organisations that don't support him. Is what he reckons. I actually have written down here dragged out. I'm seeing South Korea style, but he actually dragged out into the street. But show me Netanyahu's visit. Okay, you want to stop there? Come on down. Oh, I'm using the Smith-Waite Centennial Tarot deck. Come on down. Let's have a look. They shuffle beautifully, these cards. Far out. Holy crumbs. Netanyahu's visit to Orban. Don't tell Netanyahu anybody. So, power moment. Page of Wands, some sort of declaration made, challenging the tower moment. An announcement being made. The base, we've got Russia. Russia. Okay. Let me just get that light a little bit better for you. There you go. Hungary, even though it is part of the EU, is very much, well, not Hungary itself, but Orban is very much Russian facing, a bit like Belarus is as well. Don't know if Belarus is part of the EU or not, possibly not. But again, the leadership is very Russian facing. Okay, in the past, so I'm asking about Netanyahu's visit to Hungary, being forced to retreat, having to take a time out legally being forced to take a time out. Let's see where this goes in the past. This might have been the arrest warrant. Crowding the reading, the energy over the reading at the moment is the Knight of Pentacles. Mercenary actions, I'm going to say unable to protect. Pentacles can be about protection. They can be about money, and they can be, that's why the mercenary is there. They can be about money, they can be about health, they can be about protection. And what I'm getting here is the offer of protection being made to Netanyahu. No, I'm not getting, I was going to say might have to flee Israel, but I'm not getting, apparently he's having a big dispute with his defense minister or one of his inner circle ministers at the moment. But this is like an offer to protect, but it's not moving, it's stopped. It doesn't move on from the offer. It's not actually protecting. The immediate future, we've got a very active night here, volatile movement forward, volatile information coming forward, volatile action. This is an action card. And you've got with the, I know pyramids are in Egypt, because these could very easily be sand dunes. This is something coming out of the Middle East. Now, let's see where this goes. Externally, a gift in the past that was made, but again, you've got that figure walking away there. I'm getting it's a gift that's being offered that Orban can't fulfill, and it's an offer of protection. Let's see where this goes. Internally, emotional loss, heartbreak, despair. This is the here and now. This is the past, the here and now, the going forward. The emotional, internally, loss, despair, heartbreak. Okay, hopes and fears. A plan being made on the international stage. So this is the ICC. The outcome. Working hard to fill in all the puzzle pieces. Money trails, all those sorts of things. Smug merchant thinking he's got all his cups lined up in a row. But here's the Hierophant, the international courts, and the Ten of Cups, a celebration, something being brought to an end of those who thought that their trappings and position protected them. Something not yet being revealed. Now, the Queen of Cups, when I'm talking about Europe and the NATO and the ICC, there are so many water sign women. 3 of them coming together in regards to this. Bringing forth information on the money. Walking away from delusion. So we're getting a bit of a longer story here. Secrets being revealed about overseas influences and betrayal, heartbreak, loss, having to defend, tied to the devil. Oh, we've got the false victory here as well. If I go to the bottom, this is the here and now energy. We've got the false victory. We've got overseas travel bringing about a truth. The Fool ending up being stabbed in the back. We've then got the Lovers, who was connected to whom and what, the throwing under the bus, and the ICC itself. Oh, if I keep going, we've got spilling the beans, legal action taken, finding themselves cast out and in the cold, some sort of declaration being made, Sword of Truth, Jack Smith, Star, Death, Wheel of Fortune. A lot of us readers have been saying, now I know that's a zillion cards, a lot of us readers have been saying that Netanyahu, Putin and Felon 45, the Kremlin and Felon 45, are all intertwined. When one goes down, the others will very quickly follow suit. What was the next card after the betrayal? Is everything getting exposed? I'll follow very quickly. It's just a case of which one goes first. So show me. Just a couple of cards. Show me. Will Netanyahu, gosh, two nines, straight before the tens. Nightmare situation, back up against the wall, right before the ending. Show me Netanyahu's visit to Hungary. What's going to be the outcome of Netanyahu's visit to Hungary? What's going to be the outcome of Netanyahu's visit to Hungary? By the way, I'm just going to put down if you're a Trump supporter or you think Leon is some sort of genius, don't bother commenting, don't bother emailing me, don't bother commenting, don't bother emailing me, because the election was stolen and we know it. And Leon is absolutely not a genius. There's only geniuses taking over companies and forcing out the real geniuses. Okay, let's have a look. Show me Netanyahu's visit to Hungary. Show me Netanyahu's visit to Hungary. Show me Netanyahu's visit to Hungary. How's that going to go for? Okay, you want that one. Okay, thank you. Right. My Mark Rutte card. He's NATO head. He's not ICC. But this is about a coming together in courage and strengths. So what do we need to know about Netanyahu's visit to Hungary? I mean, this could be Netanyahu and Orban making some sort of announcement about how yippee-doo-dah everything is, and they're patting each other on the head. So let's see where this goes. Having to defend themselves, trying to spin a tale, trying to keep things balanced. And here's this Queen of Wands again. Russia. Abuse of power, betrayal, loss, stealing. An announcement being made. Star of Hope and Healing. And we've got the ending card again. Ending. We've got the World. Okay, on the base, the here and now, we've got, can go either way. Nightmare situation. We've got this Queen of Swords. I suspect she's looking into what can be done. Deciding on a course in regards to this Emperor, his agreements, but then out in the cold and being forced to retreat. Okay, it's not. I think it's still in play at the moment. I don't think they've got the, because we're talking about 20th of April, so it's a month away, sometime in the next month. I don't think it's a given that Netanyahu will go, but that the ICC have what they need in place. There's my Jack Smith and the celebration. So let's have a look. Let's have a look to see what's going to happen with Orban, given that what do you have in Budapest? 100,000? What's going to happen to Orban? Oh, laundering the hats, the election fiddling. Show me. I can literally see Viktor Orban being dragged out or wherever he thinks he's safe and hiding. There's a harsh truth coming for him fairly quickly, and then the legal stuff starts in earnest. Again, Mark Rutte potentially, could be any of the other leaders. The legacy, the legacy, he's going to reject whatever is on offer for him. He thinks his money's going to help him. He sees himself as a star. Again, this announcement coming, and then something, volatile information being brought forward about dark money, the moon being fully exposed, and he's going to be on the back foot and having to defend himself in regards to agreements that he made and money that he took. Here we've got him as the dictator. It's an autocratic government, ergo one man, one rule type thing. He's really going to have to juggle things. He, he's going to be caught on the hop trying to spin it, because he is tied to this devil and this false victory. I'm not saying this is the US, this is him, false victory. Being forced to retreat, being forced to leave cards as things are really exposed. Okay. Let me have another look. Or emotionally wanting to leave. Is Orban going to try and flee to Russia? Is Orban going to try? This is why I don't think the Netanyahu thing is being clear yet, because this is in the middle. Is Orban going to try and flee to Russia? We've got Orban. Given the protests, because they're only going to swell in numbers, is Orban going to try and flee to Russia? He's really worried. Right, the star, his star, into Russia. He's possibly a star in Russia. Again, here's that Rutte card. Emotional uprising, legal action, something legal coming down for him, complete and utter downfall. Legal downfall, may even be a unaliving attempt on him. We've got here trying to, okay, thank you. I was going to say trying to balance the emotional with the physical cup to cup with the dawn of the new day, but I'm wondering whether he becomes a liability for Russia and they attempt to drink some tea internally. You've got this emperor, this autocratic, my way or the highway. So going to try and flee to Russia. Loss, disappointment, heartbreak, betrayal, walking away, loss and walking away, leaving, anxiety, as things are really exposed. The secrets are really exposed. We've got women here with these cups. We've got the false victory. And we've got the sword, piercing the crown, a sword of truth, a sword of reality, a sword of strategy. False victory and the sword. Something coming from overseas that's going to restrict him. Okay. Plotting behind the scenes, unprotected, a decision that needs to be, a strategy that needs to be settled on. All rah-rah love and whiskers in the foreground, but walking away in the background. Something huge being offered here. Ah, I am really, okay, I'm going to grab pendulum and have a look at this. Right, I'm just bringing you up slightly so that you can see that it's not me waggling away. And ask a question. So round and round is a question being asked. I'll just get that light a bit better for you. Round and round is a question being asked. Yes is back and forth towards me, no is side to side. Ask a question, please. Is Viktor Orban going to have an unaliving attempt on him? Is Viktor Orban, and that's a yes. Okay, I'll just bring you a bit further in. Okay, can I ask a question, please? Will this be from within his, okay, will this be ordered from overseas? Will this be ordered from overseas? And it's straight into a yes. Okay. Ask a question, please. Is this before Netanyahu visits? Is this going to occur? And that's into a no, side to side. It's not swinging a lot because I've got the chain really shortened. Okay. Ask a question, please. If Netanyahu, can I ask a question? Right. If it went to go yes, but if Netanyahu visits Hungary, will he be arrested? And that's a yes. Okay, in case I didn't say it, entertainment only. Right, so number one in my ICC readings of today. If I'm reading that timeline right, and things always subject to change, Netanyahu will visit Orban, be arrested, And then Orban might find himself on the receiving end of a Russian-approved unaliving. Okay. Just in a similar vein, has anyone seen the Syrian dictator that fled to Russia recently? Okay, see how it plays. Love to you all.